And overall, I have total savings of $1,350,000. I'm in my late 30s. I work as a portfolio manager in the investment management space. I make about $1 million and change every year, and this is how I spend my money in NYC. Starting with my pre-tax income. In terms of salary, my base salary is pretty standard in the investment management space. Most PMs make between 3 and 4 grand a year base. Bonus or incentive comp is about 2x that at $700K. I also have a rental property that I bought many years ago that I used to live in. That spits out about $12K a year. Interest income, it's just some odds and ends of the times I actually have cash on hand that's not deployed. It's around $3,000. That brings total pre-tax income to $1,065,000. In terms of post-tax monthly income, I make around $30K, around 2 grand to the 401K, max out. After the 401K contribution, I'm at $28K. In terms of tax to various arms of the government, $5,300 to the federal government, $1,200 to the state, and $900 to the city. Generally, post-tax is around 21 grand. So in terms of deductions I take advantage of, there's a mortgage interest deduction, that's a big one. Itemized both state and federal home office deduction. Partner at my firm, I'm able to deduct a lot more expenses. Once you hit ownership threshold, you get to file as effectively self-employed. That makes my tax a lot more efficient than if I was a normal W2. In terms of bonus, it's about 700 grand. Of that, there's a marginal rate of 45%. So the government actually gets half, and I'm left with 85 grand. Just explain this a bit. So in the space, my bonus, like many others, is based on a function of how much money I made the firm. In my case, it's effectively a formula, and you multiply it out, and that's what you get. Something else to comment on is when I budget, I do not actually budget off the bonus, as my bonus could be zero in a bad year, and I also don't take my bonus effectively out in cash. I pay out the same, and then I reinvest entirely into both our funds and the firm. Total pre-tax annual income is $1,065K. Annual taxes is 405 grand. 401K is maxed out at 23 grand 400. So I'm left with around 636 grand on paper. In practice, I'd say the number's far less, as I said before. I actually reinvest everything. Total monthly on paper take home pay is 53 grand. This might not be the best advice, but I started off, I applied online, and I realized I had to outwork everybody. I have a background in STEM, I'd say I'm decently smart, but it doesn't matter. Everybody else is. Be prepared to outwork people. You have to have a hunger and a passion for the problems you're working on and the stuff you're doing. If you don't enjoy it, you're not gonna be fun to work with, and no one's gonna like you. That's something else. And always find a way to contribute value. If people see you making them money, they will put you in good places. If you're viewed as a cost center or just a nag, you're gonna be out. In terms of my monthly expenses, this is what they call the responsible stuff. My mortgage maintenance and property tax comes up to $6,500 a month. I live in Manhattan, South Park. $6,500 a month gets you a large two-bed, two-bath, washer dryer and unit and outdoor space and a doorman building. It's a good lifestyle. In terms of groceries, $900 a month is a mix of Whole Foods, meal kit delivery, and odds and ends. Utilities is $375. This number's usually more in the summer as my power bill goes up. This is off January. I don't have any student loans or card debt. I pay off my cards every month. I treat them as just points. In terms of investments here, this number here is a breakdown of both my reallocation into the firm and into our fund units and into my brokerage accounts. Personally, I tend to invest in my own products, so I eat my own food. Where I can't, or we don't have a product, I'll generally take a large broad-based index or a very specific product that I find leads to a good risk-return exposure. As I professionally pick stocks, I don't pick stocks on a personal account, just boring broad-based products that I can show and not do anything. The laundry's $50. That probably means I went to the dry cleaner once to drop off some shirts. I wash my own laundry generally. I live in NYC. I don't have a car. Public transport here is at zero, as the firm supplies me with. I put the MTA on the corporate card, and that's reimbursed. The total responsible expenses is $39,825 a month. Just note that this includes the reinvestment from my bonus, and it's not my month-on-month cash flow. In terms of the responsible stuff, I spent $100 randomly in January. I don't remember what it was. It might have been StubHub or something. Could have been a concert. Could have been a show. I usually don't say no when my friends invite me out. They're like, hey, let's go to the show or let's go to a concert. Within reason. If it's $1,000, I'll say no. But like 0 to 100 is an automatic yes, and then above that, I might think about it. In terms of alcohol, I spent $400 in January. Usually just nights out or after work drink. At NYC, I tend to go out in Soho, West Village, Williamsburg, really in Midtown. It's stuffy around there, and yeah. So I'd say in terms of Ubers, $285. That's Uber and Lyft. There's now a cool app called Empower, which is even cheaper, but that's what I'm on now. So the February number will be less. In terms of responsible expenses, $1,585 I spent. Bonus spending, alright. I spent $2,300 on restaurants. That's about, I don't know, every time I go out, I spend $80 on myself on meals. So I probably ate out maybe like 15, 16 times, and then lunches and odds and ends. Travel here, $1,600. Tend to spend around 20 grand a year on travel. It's just an average. Last year I went to the Greek Isles. I went to Ibiza. I went to Grenada. Went to Canada. So far. Economy and points up to first class. I go to the standard luxury gym anyway. I mean, everyone in the dog goes to Equinox these days. It's not a big deal. It's Equinox for lifetime. I have a class pass because I have some friends who like to do classes and other thing. So when I ask me to work out, don't say no if I have the time. Keeps me healthy. I put $50. It's probably like $45 plus a tip or something, or $40 plus another tip. Skincare, I have a bunch of subscriptions. Comes up to be $100 a month. Clothes, $400 a month. If I want something or need something, I just buy it. Very honestly, I'm not a big clothing guy, but whatever I need, I'll buy. Coffee, I put zero here. The number's probably greater than zero, but if it's a work coffee, I put it on the corporate card, so I don't really pay. And then I have a bean cup at home. I have bean cups in the office, so I'm not really. I'm a big Euro guy and Jamaican Blue Mountain. So other subscriptions. This is just a combination of random stuff. Everything from like I think I got Peacock that's free with the Amex, Apple TV free with Chase. I have New York Times, FT, and Bloomberg. That's $100 a month. So in terms of bonus spending, about $5 grand a month. I want to buy a property in Europe, somewhere to escape to, kind of like a plan B. Maybe rent it out for an hour, buy something, fix it up, go there, architectural digest on it, make it beautiful. Go there, like let's say 2 months a year, like executive rent out the rest. That'll be 1 year term goal. I don't know. I'd say that's probably top of mind. Long-term goals is have eventually one day, hopefully, make enough I can afford like a brownstone here in Manhattan and fix that place up. But that's despite the kind of cash I have, that is not a viable goal at this point in time. Max the tax deferred stuff, max everything out, and just leave it in there. Time in market, each trying to time the market or play games. The younger you are, the less you've seen. This market recently has been a very generous market compared to long-term averages. So I'd say don't assume this will persist. Budget off stable, consistent growth, and relax. You don't need to knock it out of the park. There's a lot of retired teachers out there with 2 or 3 million in the bank, just off having to index and frankly not doing anything. 401k is entirely in my own funds, and one account where I can't put them into my own product, so I put it in SPY. That's not investment advice. Cash, about 150k on hand in cash. Call it emergency fund. Happens in this industry, you can expect to get fired for whatever. So just having a bit of a rainy day fund. Other investments is a bit of a complicated box because it's the units of my own fund, and it's also the my equity stake in my firm. That's a current valuation of around 5. Brokerage, $3 grand. That's usually what's left over. What I don't spend a month, and it's not in cash. Goes straight to brokerage. Mix a diversified index product, but more low risk, just because I kind of view brokerage as a next year if I need some cash. Home equity, $500 grand. This is across 2 properties, both the rental and the primary. And overall, I have total savings of $6,350,000, but I'd say that number's a bit of a misnomer because it assumes my firm can be immediately sold.
With the